I'm Leanne Nishimura from Beaverton, Oregon.
My name is Wayne Nishimura, obviously from Beaverton. And Leanne and I married the right woman because this is our 13th or 14th RV. And in the last year, we were in Walla Walla, and I blame Walla Walla because I started watching YouTubes on Super Cs. And I started watching Renegade, and I started watching Chuck. And so one night when Leanne came, I said, "You got to see this guy. This guy is kind of like your dad, you know? And he's so homespun, and he's so genuine, he's so real." So I started watching them all, and I started doing my research on Renegades. And then I called here and talked to Mike Hurt, and know that Mike has retired. And Mike, if you're watching, I miss you. I would have loved to have met you. Yeah, he was great. And we ordered August 8th. We knew that the RV industry was going to be chaotic because of COVID. So we're patient, and we had other things to do. And then Sam took over, and he's been super. But anyway, so that's a little bit of our history. Okay, what did we purchase? Well, 2021
Renegade Verona.
36 VSB.
Thank you.
And we ordered it with a grill package and the wheel package. And that's what basically led us here, because there were other options for us to purchase in the greater Portland area. But we felt that the experience here would be more to our liking. I'm a beg for forgiveness guy. Leanne usually finds out I've bought an RV after the fact. That's why I say I married the right woman. But I'm not enamored with dealers that have multiple units and multiple, for me, I believe they're tip of the iceberg. It's the sale first, and that's about it. And I've experienced that at many dealers in the greater Portland area. I have no problem coming here. I called here, spoke with a number of people. I spoke with Mark in parts, and then Chris in service, and then met with Sam, and everybody appealed to me in terms of being genuine. And on our way here, both Leanne and I sort of looked at each other and we said, well, okay, we'll find out. We are experienced RV owners, so the walkthroughs typically go pretty fast because we know kind of what systems are about. But I actually felt I have no problems coming all the way back to IWS if there's an issue. Almost would welcome it because we like to drive. And now that we've met you folks here, everybody here, when we got here, it was almost surprisingly, there was a lineup of y'all waiting for us. And we walked in, oh, here's Wayne and Leanne.
And waving and
then
welcome.
You had a little welcome there, and it just from the get-go, everything felt real, genuine, and sincere. And in the world of business, that's the name of the game. So that's what prompted us to come here. And then other testimonials, people from all over the country coming to IWS. And then also, Chuck, I felt like if he was here, I should get one of those t-shirts that say, as seen on TV, because that's where I saw him. And so finally, that's essentially what brought us here. What features I look for in a motor coach, really, I will address the outside. And the features that we wanted in a motor coach, Leanne can talk about the inside. For me, we've owned 45-foot fifth wheelers, toy haulers. We owned a 45-foot Prevost conversion bus. We owned a 45-foot, another diesel pusher. But for me, I wanted the ease of accessibility to working on the motor. I wanted safety, and what I like about the length, this is the right length. That I have no problem getting the 38, but we felt that the 36 was in my wheelhouse outside, because all of the storage compartments for that which I need when I set up on the curbside is right there. All the system operations are on the driver's side. I'll never get into the battery, the generator's over there, and the Aquats over there, which I'll have serviced every year, and that's under the slide out. So I'm not really going under the slide out at all, because those systems were all on one side, and the systems are those compartments that I need to get in for chairs, cooking equipment, all that equipment is wide open to me. There's no slide out there. I mean, the bedroom slide out is high enough that I can just bend over and pull out whatever I need. So that was important. You know, I'm not getting any younger, but you can talk about what you liked about the inside.
Well, I really wanted like the overhead bunk. We do have grandchildren and a younger daughter who may travel with us once in a while. So I thought, well, maybe if she does come along or our grandchildren come along, there's a place for them to sleep in that overhead bunk. Also like the window over the overhead bunk because it adds more light to the coach, which I like lots of light. And probably the other thing that I would enjoy is having a washer dryer, so that this coach comes with a washer dryer, and a king size bed, because he's a bed hog. That just gives me everything that I want inside the coach.
Yeah, and then we've got recliners and TVs, and everything is, is right there. Everything is ergonomically, essentially, suits what we wanted in an RV. Is this the first time we've been to IWS? Yes, this is it.
Yeah, this is our very first time.
Yep.
And we have not been disappointed. We feel like kings and queens here, to be honest. It's very wonderful treatment.
How did we hear about IWS? Honestly, it was just doing, for me, YouTubing Super Cs. And initially, I started looking at a Newmar product, and then I saw Renegade, and I started looking at Renegades, and then that led me to IWS.
I am so excited to be here at IWS because I was telling my husband, I said, I just don't think we've ever, and we've owned 15 RVs, we have never had the kind of treatment that we've received here at IWS. From the moment you reached out to the moment we got here months later, the communication, the follow-up is just
we would certainly recommend
yes.
IWS.
Absolutely.
And
you even have already recommended IWS to our friends.
Was there a wow moment as to the light bulb clicking on that we needed to come here? For me, it was when I started doing my research, and I saw the Advantage program, everything that IWS provided that dealers locally would not. And then I think it was the communication. From the moment I called, I always got a call back. If I emailed, and I don't want to say I'm a high maintenance individual, but we're spending a lot of money. RVs are discretionary purchases. And so I'm spending the money, and whenever I emailed, I would get an email instantly back. And if I had a question, it was answered right away. From the get-go, like Leanne said, the communication, the follow-up, and then I felt a very good price, because I've been pricing these things out, and I felt that we really got a good price here. The Advantage program is, that's another reason why, that we get 5 years roadside assistance.
And multiple other things that were included.
Yeah, and then when you look at that, there are other options that are considered options that were not options, were standard in that. The iPad that we're getting that has all the systems, it has basically, from what we've been told and we're looking forward to, it has every feature in terms of functions that we can get into the iPad, along with the Firefly that you can use to operate, the slides and the lighting and the jacks outside. But the Advantage system really is the key, because no other dealer provides that except IWS.